He got so happy.
2, 1, go!
Playing right now. Well, we got. Am I on? Is my mic working? All right, excellent. Yes, we got Aki over on Ness and Force Fire over on the Ike. Now, we know Aki is a monster, one of the best in Washington, and constantly competing for the top 2 spot, top 3 spot. Force Fire, he's still working his way up. I think he was somewhere in the top 20, I want to say. Yeah. It's good. And Ike versus Ness in general for the matchup. Ness definitely has to get in. That's his main problem. Is Ness has to get in on Ike, and Ike can kind of keep him out with the sword and movement in general because Ike's side B, the quick draw, the options behind that. Yeah. So Ness has to get in there with like forward airs or tag him with PK Fire, but most of the time Ike doesn't really have that many options to get out of the Ness combos, which is a problem. He really has to use like Nair and hope that the beginning hits of Nair are going to catch him and knock him out. Like right there, Aki actually had tons and tons of options, but he was right there at the Nair hitbox. And so if he had taken that hit, he could have gotten stage spiked. It could have been bad times, but he decided to opt and wait. But that is definitely something to watch for. While Ness's recovery is pretty predictable and quite punishable, I don't think we're going to see Force Fire actually get any super hard punishes off. As with most Ness mains, they practice their recovery a whole bunch, so it's a lot harder to, catch him just watching or doing something lazy. Yeah, and he's getting there with those Ness angles. But as we're seeing here, Force Fire has actually been doing a lot of stage control. Aki's been kind of running around the outside and letting Forrest hold it just because he needs to time when he's going to contest that space and pick his approaches carefully. He's doing just fine now, though. Found a way in there. I don't really agree with that down B, but he drops the PK Fire, he fast falls it right into Forrest's shield. He's just sitting there. Catches that quick attack. Now in these kind of situations as well, Ike has a particularly hard edge guard, or no, I'm sorry. His recovery is up B. It's a little bit harder for Ness to contest, simply because Ness doesn't really have that many disjointed moves. So even if Force Fire decides to use up B and kind of float up there around the ledge, really the main punish we would see there is a forward smash from Ness, because that's definitely safe. It's definitely going to be the punish. But other than that, Ness is he kind of has to leave Force Fire alone a little bit. See, so right there, like Aki doesn't really have options to come in and hit him. He can't drop the down air because he really has to time when he wants to down air. He's got to catch Ike as he comes up, and then he's got a really small window. Ike can just put him in the blender essentially, and it's bad times. Ooh, and he misses. Yeah, he misses how that second jump was supposed to move right at the beginning, which moved him out of range for that back air. Unfortunately, yeah. But yeah, Aki's got to work a little bit harder to get his ledge guards, whereas with Ike's just got this huge sword, and then Aki's got to get to the ledge, so it's definitely on Aki's end to get that hit off. But, he's got the combo game. That is definitely something I can say here. He's got that combo game. And, ooh, he goes down there for like a late down air. Yeah, too aggressive, far too aggressive. Yeah, and I mean, you could kind of tell that Aki was again figuring out how to fight against Ike one more time, and figuring out his reach, his range when he can go in, how he's gonna edge guard him again. Yeah, it's a nice little refresher, but yeah, you could tell like Force Fire was definitely getting in there and getting some kills and keeping Aki on his toes, but it was never really that far off. Yeah, it was really just learning in like the middle of the game. So whenever a player gets down to like second to last stock, or their second to last stock is starting to go, that's when you can actually start talking about like the end results of the game, I feel, because it's like if you're 3 stocks in and someone just takes the first stock and it's commanding, it's like that's stock 1. You shouldn't talk right there. You know, like let the match let the match play out. It's fine. So there's actually a moment right there where Forest Fire had a huge opportunity at these low percentages. I feel that Ike actually has this huge, very dangerous combo game on Ness because of these. His second jump doesn't get Ness out of situations, and that is one of the things about Ike that I try and tell people who are playing Ike, especially for the first time, is when you're ledge guarding and someone's trying to come back there, yeah, your forward air is you need to cover their second jump. That's the entire goal of your forward air, is if you cover their second jump, if you force them to go low and then they got to use their up B, if you use something to essentially get rid of their second jump, you're going to be much better off with Ike. Yeah, unfortunately getting down aired right there. But yeah, at that low percentage, he had him in a situation where he could have gone for a grab, but he goes for something else. And the double jump canceled up airs right there. Real scary. Oof. Yeah. Well, if it's getting punished, it's usually not the optimal choice. Yeah. Ooh, he comes in with the armor right there, getting through. Yeah, so he can get those side B grab combos. Of course, you can jump cancel out of quick draw, and using the jump squat animation, you initiate grab, and that's how he's doing that. You can also up smash and do that kind of thing too. Ooh, that was actually really. Ooh, that was a little scary right there. So yeah, Forest Fire, he was in the air, and then he wave lands right as he comes down and actually moved into Aki, and both of them had a little second of freak out right there, because yeah, that's pretty scary. Ooh, yeah, he's done. Yeah, he's done. He's just taking that stock with him. Yeah. Unfortunately, with Ike, the earlier he commits to a recovery option, like the worse off he is, I feel. Yeah.